Good evening and welcome. My name is Leslie Zander, and I teach the orchestras both here at Forest View and at Brainerd High School. I want to welcome you to this 6th grade group's first orchestra concert of the year. I wanted to tell you how we start an orchestra program here in Brainerd, and this is true from 6th grade all the way through high school. If you've ever been to a Heartland Symphony concert, or a high school concert, or even like a concert in the cities or something, 15-20 minutes before the concert begins, musicians start wandering on and tuning and making sure their instruments are in working order and just kind of getting themselves organized. We don't do that quite as long out on stage in middle school, but when I bring the kids out, the concert hasn't started yet. So we give them a little time to find their seat, make sure their music is how they need it to be, make sure their instrument is still in tune. They might go out of tune. I had to tune, I think, 2 during the concert, the first concert, so that might happen again. And so I'm going to leave the house lights up so that you can keep visiting. That's a really good time to take pictures of your student when they're warming up and they're playing, so that when the concert begins, you can just set your phone down and just enjoy the music and not have to worry about grabbing pictures. It's also an opportunity if once your student sits down, you realize you can't see them. This is your chance to move to a different spot so that you can. And then once they're settled, then I'll turn the house lights down and then the concert will begin. So I'll be back in a minute or 2 with the kids.
Sorry. Yeah, thanks.
And here we are, the day 2 6th grade orchestra. In 6th grade, students have music every other day for a full class period. Some kids are only in orchestra, so they're here for the whole time. Raise your hand if you're only in orchestra. And then a lot of kids are in more than one music, so raise your hand if you're also in choir. So all those kids are there at the beginning of first hour, and then they leave halfway through to go to choir. And then raise your hand if you're also in band. So then those kids start first hour in band and come to orchestra. It's pretty wild. But we have a couple days that we get to pull the kids all together and practice before a concert. And then I also wanted you to know what instruments you're looking at in orchestra. Raise your hand real high if you play the violin. Lots of violins. Where are the violas? That's a good sized viola section. And then cellos. And then bass. We have 1 bass player in this class. We have 2 bass players in the other class. So what we're going to demonstrate for you tonight are things we've been working on since the beginning of the year, up to this point. And yeah, most of these kids started back in September, but I do want to mention, I will mention their names and embarrass them, but there are 2 kids who joined orchestra at the semester, which was like a week and a half ago or something, and they're on stage tonight. They're not playing everything quite, but they took it upon themselves to learn what they could and perform with their friends after like 4 classes. That's wild. I love it. So they'll be part of that too. So the first song we're going to play is the first song that they learned back in September, or a week and a half ago, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. makes Twinkle such a great song to start with is it's a song that they already know. So when they're first starting and they're first playing and making sounds and try to figure out where their fingers go, their ears can tell them if they're doing it right. Sometimes kids get the strings mixed up, but then it doesn't sound like Twinkle Twinkle anymore, or they think the finger numbers are backwards and then it doesn't sound like Twinkle anymore. So that's always a good song to start with. The next song in the book is called Lightly Row, and it doesn't have any new notes or skills really. It's just that the notes are in a different order, and this isn't a song that most people are familiar with, so you can't rely so much on your ears, you have to rely on making sure you're reading exactly what the music says. So please enjoy Lightly Row. The next song, Song of the Wind, in your program there are 2 words under Song of the Wind, and they're Italian words. A lot of music terminology is in Italian because when the idea of an orchestra and the instruments of an orchestra and the standards of music notation were kind of pulled together 400 or 500 years ago, it happened in Italy, and so they kind of got to make all the rules and come up with all the terms. So the 2 words there, the first is arco, and the second is pizzicato. And arco is what we've been doing so far, making sound with our bows. And then the other word, pizzicato, means that we pluck the strings. So we're actually going to play this song twice. The first time we're going to play it arco, and then we're going to carefully, quietly set our bows down and perform in pizzicato. So you can hold your applause until the end of the second time. That pizzicato playing was really good, you guys. That was really together. And that's hard to do. When we play with our bows, it makes a long sound, so if we're a little imprecise, with our bow changes, it's kind of hard to tell, but with pizzicato, it's such a short sound. It'd be like trying to get 30 people to clap at the same time. It just has to be so precise, and that was really good. That was impressive. So next we're going to play Ode to Joy, and this is where we start to get into playing more like an orchestra in different parts. Up to this point, we've been playing, everybody playing the same notes at the same time, same rhythms, and that's called playing in unison. And then with Ode to Joy, we start working on breaking into parts. So we're going to demonstrate a couple things, and then we're going to perform Ode to Joy. And again, we'll ask you to hold your applause until the end of that performance of Ode to Joy. So first, we're going to demonstrate the melody, and the melody is like the main tune. It's the part you would walk out the door humming. So this is the melody part of Ode to Joy. Demonstrate the harmony. So everybody learned the harmony, but not everybody is performing the harmony tonight. I gave the kids a choice. Raise your hand if you are performing the harmony tonight. So they're over there. Kind of seated them all together. Thanks. And there are actually two different harmony parts. The violins and the violas are playing one, and the cellos and the basses are playing another. So we're going to demonstrate both of those at the same time, so you can kind of hear. So when you hear the whole performance, you kind of know what you're listening for. And then finally, we'll perform it for you. So we're going to play Ode to Joy like 2 verses. The first time through, everybody's going to play the melody. We'll play it in unison. And then the second time through, no break. We're just going to go right into it. The harmony kids are going to switch to their harmony part, and you'll hear kind of what that orchestral sound can be like. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming tonight on the night, not the night it was supposed to be. thanks for like pivoting, for changing your family's schedule, for making it work. And thanks for supporting your students' interest in orchestra. Thanks for figuring out where to find them an instrument and how to transport it back and forth and letting them practice at home, and being supportive and being here tonight. That's kind of the best support of all, is getting to hear the results of all their hard work. Between now and I think our next concert is April 30th, I put the date on the bottom of the program there, so you can put it on your family calendar. We're going to be working on playing in parts more complex things. With Ode to Joy, we were playing in harmony, but we were still all playing the same rhythm, so like our bows were all moving at the same time. Between now and spring, we're going to work on playing parts where we're not all playing the same rhythm at the same time. More complex, more independence. There will be 5 different parts happening at the same time. It's going to be great. And then also I wanted to let you know about some programs that I emailed you about after our first concert was canceled. Some new after-school orchestra activities, and these are brand new, like this semester. There's another teacher, his name is Mark Haru, who's with us for 6th grade a couple mornings a week. He lives in the cities. He comes up and works with us a little bit. He works at the high school, doing sectionals, and he coaches a string quartet. And then he comes back over here and he teaches lessons after school. Some of these kids take lessons with him after school. His studio is kind of filling up. He's running out of spots. So we have 2 high school students, 2 of my top seniors, who are both going into music. And will be teaching lessons in their future, and so Mr. Haru is kind of teaching them how to be teachers, and giving them an opportunity to practice some teaching skills, and giving Forest View kids an opportunity to get some one-on-one time. So I linked the flyers in that email, and there will be another Parent Square message, but there's also a music stand against the railing there on the way out, and there's one flyer that has pictures on it, and this is the one about the private lessons. These 2 students, one is Paul Sandberg. He is going into music performance next year, so he's going to learn how to be like a violinist. And then Micah Biermeyer is the 2nd teacher, and he's going to college to learn how to be an orchestra teacher. Super proud of both of them, and they're both just awesome kids. I know your student would enjoy working with them. Private lessons are more of a formal commitment. You have to be able to come, for example, on Tuesdays at 4:30 every week. There is a fee associated with private lessons, but if you have questions about that, you can email Mr. Haru and he'll help you get started. And then the second opportunity, it's called Orchestra Tutorial, and it's honestly 6th graders, it's kind of like 4th hour. You come after school, anyone can come, any blend of kids or whatever, and you can practice out your book. And these 2 students will come around and help you the way I do during 4th hour. This is less formal. This is a great thing if, like, your student wants more orchestra, but you can't quite commit to the private lessons. This, you kind of sign up for each session as it goes. So if you can come this Thursday, but then not again for another week or 2, that's fine. So I'll be emailing links out to sign up for that as well. This is free. The after-school tutorial sessions are free, which is a cool opportunity. And I appreciate that these opportunities exist. In a perfect world, there would be an orchestra teacher here at Forest View and an orchestra teacher at the high school all day long. That's not the reality right now, so times that I can't be here to help, I'm grateful for these opportunities to keep kids growing in orchestra. We have one more piece for you tonight. It's Jingle Bells, which we think of as a Christmas song, but if you think about the words, it's not about Christmas. It's about winter. It's about riding in a sleigh through the snow. So it's fine that we're playing Jingle Bells in February. And I meant to ask the kids this during class, and I never did. Part of the reason I teach Ode to Joy and Jingle Bells for the winter concert is because those are great songs to take to family gatherings when grandma or your uncle, whoever says, hey, play your viola for me. Those are, because they're songs people know. Those are great songs to share. So raise your hand if you played your instrument for someone over winter break. Okay, a couple kids did. That's good. Yeah, so those are great songs to share. So please enjoy Jingle Bells. Thanks again for coming tonight. again for coming. Have a safe trip home. Good night.
There was one. Yeah, I mean, it's done.